Hi guys. Well, remember here not too long ago, the electrical inspector came in and told me that all of the bathrooms had to be on a dedicated circuit, which meant that I have to reroute every bathroom in the house because I have a couple of other outlets wired into the same circuit as the bathroom. So I've got to change some wiring on every bathroom. So it was going to take some serious thinking. I don't know where you do your best thinking, but this thinking's about wiring for the bathroom. So here we are. There was an outlet down here that serviced this room over here and one here facing this way. So I disconnected that one, moved the box up here farther, still faces into the closet, but now this is a dedicated circuit for this bathroom. It has a light and fan and one outlet with USB ports on it. All these other outlets were hooked to the same circuit. Now I have to run a new wire over to feed this circuit for this side of the closet. But as I was sitting here thinking, I realized I have some outlets on the other side of this cedar closet. I can just go out of one of those, up and over and down, and feed these couple outlets on this side of the cedar closet from that other side instead of running a new wire out of the main box. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, now we got to go over in the other room and see where we want to come across at the top. Let's take a look. Okay, here's the room that's going to be the cedar closet. It's just storage right now while we're trying to get the house ready to move into. So what I can do is there's outlets on this side of the closet. This is the south side of the closet. I can come out of here, drill through here, drill through that top plate, and then go up across through the ceiling rafters and back down this other side over here to get to the outlets over there. So then I can just feed juice back into this outlet box here, and it'll feed the whole rest of the circuit. Sounds like a winner to me. I got to drill a hole up top up there. There. Okay, guys, I got that wire run up and over. Got some slack in it right now, but I actually got it down into the box. I shut the power all off so it was dark in here. Had my headlight on, and I also had a little battery powered lamp. This thing here on, and we got that all hooked in there. Now back out of it, get some wire staples up, wire staple it across and on down, and then get it cut off over there and hooked up into that outlet box, and that will bring alive that circuit again. That was a number 13 there. Now it's number 36. Boy, that bends them staples easy trying to go into that hardwood. there's that. Now I can go over on the other side, hook them together, and we'll have a complete circuit again. Okay, guys, that one's done. Guess I can put some stuff back on the shelf and move on. Yeehaw! Hey, good morning, everybody. Well, we got that little mechanical room bathroom all situated, so that's a dedicated circuit for that room now. But this outlet here, and then behind this door here, there's another outlet in there somewhere around the corner, right on down this hallway here. These outlets here in this, what's going to be a cedar closet, and down this hall, we're all connected to that same circuit as that little bitty bathroom back there. So those are all separate now. Now we're going to tackle over here. This is a full bath here, shower, it'll be a lavatory and toilet and everything. But this one here has a couple outlets hooked onto it. See that wire over the top? It comes from our switches here, comes up over and feeds an outlet there, which right now I've got a 20 amp outlet in there just so I can run this dust collector system when I'm running the table saw or the planer here. Actually, the planer can't hook into that 20 amp circuit. I got a big old heavy 10 gauge wire coming over here with a special plug for that planer. And that's a 5 horsepower planer. We've got that outlet over there and another one, let's see, over here, that are run on the same circuit as that full bathroom. So what I'm doing, you saw the spool over there in the mechanical room. I'm pulling that wire across. We're going to pull this one out of here. It comes up out of the switches, over and down there. That wire is coming out. New wire is coming across the ceiling. Right now, it's hanging. I got it part way over here. It's hanging down here. Judy's going to help me because it's much faster if there's one person pulling on one part of the wire at the corners where you turn 90 degrees and stuff. So she's going to help me get this wire pulled out of there and through the rafters and down over there to do those two outlets. And those will be separated from that bathroom there, and that bathroom will then be on a dedicated circuit. Make the inspector happy. Then we got a couple upstairs to check on. I think I got a little bit to do on those. And one way up in the loft that I have part way done. And then all of the bathrooms will be on their own dedicated circuit. Okay, babe, you ready to start pulling it?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, coming along good. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna have to pull some out here now. I gotta move my ladder. Let's see, I think I better go over all of these here. Darn it. I can't see with my hat on. Oh, come on. There. Okay, now. The reason I didn't go through here before is because this is over the top of all this stuff. But that's right directly in line with where I got to go, and it'll save wire to go this route. Okay, I got to go another probably 6 feet that way, and 10, 15. So I'm gonna need another probably 22, 23 feet of wire pulled through. Okay, I figure we need about probably 23 feet, so I'm gonna try to pull out at least 25 feet. Here we go. Okay, I think that's probably enough. Hopefully. Ooh, that thing is bright.
Really?
Okay, guys, we got the wire over the end, and there's a bunch more slack in here yet, up in the rafters that I can pull out. But before I do, I'm gonna run upstairs and get the Sawzall. I've got to extend this slot right here, this vertical slot up, and behind that 2x4 up there, because we have a 2x4 on the wall that's flush on the bottom with the trusses. So this 2x4 right here will come up from this groove here. We'll extend this slot up here behind that 2x4, and then this wire over here will tuck up in behind that 2x4. This is all flush from bottom of the trusses to here. It'll come in behind that 2x4 down through this slot, right down here, and feed those outlets. Had to switch hats. Had my good hat on. Judy just reminded me I was going to get my good hat all dusty. So I switched. Okay, got to be in line with this. One side of it's right on this strip here. Now I have a piece of Romex in here, so I'm being real careful here. Now I got to get a little bit above there too. That's going to be kind of a bugger to get there. I wonder if I can get some up from right here. Okay. Now I know what I can do. I can get behind there with a drill and a spade bit. I've done that before. That'll work. I got to get this wire pulled out of here. Get my little styrofoam spacers out of there. Save them for this Romex. Wire protectors. Those I won't need because I'll be just running vertical. Only need those wire protectors if I'm running horizontal, because these strips are every 8 inches that you can screw your drywall to. So you'd be running screws into them and you'd hit your Romex if you didn't protect it, or you could hit your Romex if you didn't protect it. So this will come out of here. I think I need to move my dust collection system out of the way. My planer, probably my table saw. Well, maybe not the table saw right now, but at least the dust collector and the planer. Okay, I guess I can do it without the spade bit. I have to cut most of the way through. I got a pathway there that the Romex can get through now. Yep, I got a hole there it can get through, so we're good. We are good. Put this Romex down through there. And then see if I can pull it from here, or Judy might have to get down there and feed it to me. Let's see. It's coming. Cool. Let's see how much wire we're going to need down here. Okay, now I am going to have to, what I'm going to do is take this new wire here. I'm going to strip back a little bit extra on the end of it. I'll probably leave, oh, maybe that much hanging out of the box. So I'll strip this back, and then I will be all ready to transfer this over. There, that one is going to be hot as soon as I get it hooked into the panel. Okay guys, I just took this like this and shoved it in there for a minute just so I know I got more than I need down here, out across, then up. I'm doing this so I can get this wire stapled in place up here and get all the slack pulled out back to the panel so I don't wire into the panel, and just so I don't waste wire basically. There. Just so it will pull, so I can pull on the wire without pulling it out of the slot here. There, that'll work. Hey, bud. Hey. Hey. Oh, come here. Oh, hey, Portia. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Sky. Whoops. Oop. You two, quit it. You can both have my attention. Jeez, they get so jealous of each other. It's enough of that, guys. Hey, Oakley. Hi, Oakley girl. Hi. Yeah, you don't bother Oakley so much. It's just when there's another boy getting my attention, like Runt Man. All right. Hi. Oh, he just, hi, Portia. Hi, Portia. Okay, I got to get back to work now. Oh. Yeah, them two boys right there. They're fine with each other. They'll lay down with each other next to the fire. Boy, if I start petting one of them too much and the other one's around, they get upset. Boy, you have to be a contortionist to do this up through all these different Romex and plumbing, PEX tubing and drain pipes and everything else. Trying to swing a hammer up in here. It's ridiculous. I want to come down the other side of that orange wire. Over here like that. That's better. Not that much difference, but it does look a little bit nicer when it's all brought down here. It can run parallel to the other wires. There. Right up there like that. Okay, power's off. this back out of there for now. Got the power off just to this one circuit. Hardest part about this whole thing is that I've got these ground wires all tied together and with a crimp collar on them, 2 ground wires. So you got to carefully cut that crimp collar off those 2 ground wires without breaking the wires, without cutting the wires or anything like that. You're trying to wrestle around, get that little thing off there. And if you bend up one copper wire back and forth too many times, it'll break. So you just got to be careful. Okay, now I've got to get that loosened up there already. I can loosen it a little more. I got to try to get that ground crimp collar off of those ground wires. That is a bugger. Okay, get my new crimp collar on here. That's good. Got the old wire pulled out. New wires in the hole. Put me a couple of hooks on these here. Gotta get me a new pair of wiring pliers pretty soon. They got that little burnt spot in them where I cut a wire that was still hot one day. It's been a while ago. So, yeah, that was a surprise. Snap! Kind of a loud pop, you know, and a spark. So it makes you jump back a little. Now sometimes they want to come together, sometimes they don't. It's that little boogered up edge on the cutting jaws. Okay. I like to wrap a little bit of tape around them so that this ground wire can't touch as you're pushing it back in there, it can't bend around and touch a hot screw or something, you know. I don't think that's code or anything. It's just something my ex-brother-in-law taught me a long time ago when we were redoing our house on Pine Lake. We bought a little bitty house over there and lived in it for 30 years. It was a nice lake to live on. It was a lot of fun people. It was good for our kids to grow up on the lake like that. It was nice. It was good for all of us. Kids would camp out on the little island, swing on the rope swing, jumping into the water. Just good family fun. Okay, that part's hooked up. Now, gotta go back in the mechanical room, shut the power off to the whole house, and hook it into the panel back there. So I can turn this breaker on now. We should have juice over there. Let's go see if we do. Yep, it's hot and it's good. Cool. So, hope you all enjoyed our video. I have to apologize. It's been a long time since we've gotten out. It's been, I think, 11 or 12 days, something like that. We've just had so much going on, a bunch of doctor's appointments, helping our granddaughter get moved into her new apartment, whole bunch of stuff going on. So we'll try to get back in the swing of things. And I've got eye surgery coming up, so I've had a bunch of appointments about that. It's just cataract surgery, but a bunch of pre-appointments and everything and examinations and stuff. So this pulled us away from the video stuff for time to do them. We should be getting back into things pretty good now. Now we were doing them 2 per week for a while, Mondays and Thursdays. Right now we're going to try to shoot for 1 per week and gradually get to 2 per week. Especially as the weather starts getting warmer, it's easier to have more content to put out there. So if you got this far along in the video, please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not, if you like this kind of content, that is. And please share it with a friend. Tell some friends about our channel, and hopefully this thing will grow enough to where eventually it'll start paying a little bit of money we can put towards more materials for the house. Well, y'all take care, and thanks again for watching. Bye.